painting the stars in the endless night.
Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make music videos with LTX 2.3 that automatically sync perfectly to your song. No prompting skills needed, just straight up how it works. You can also upload your own voice, clone it, or use any voice you want, and the characters in the video will speak with that voice without altering your original audio at all. You can make short films, music videos, whatever you want with your custom voice. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing step by step, so like the video and subscribe if you want to catch the updates. For those of you who haven't installed Comfy UI yet, I've got a video on my channel that covers the whole installation process. Whether you want to run it locally or use a cloud GPU, that video walks through everything for beginners, so it's definitely worth checking out. And if you sign up using the link in the description, you'll get a bonus when you make your first payment. We both get a little bonus actually. So yeah, I've got all the installation guides covered for you. Check them out. First, if you want to clone your voice, you can use this ChatterBox TTS group. Upload your voice sample in the reference voice node, type your script here, and before you cue, mute the save video node on the far right, so it only generates the voice and doesn't start the full render. But if you don't need to clone a voice, just select these nodes and delete them or bypass them with Ctrl-B. For load checkpoint, we're using LTX 2.3 22B dev. Then we stack two LoRAs on top, LTX 2.3 22B distilled LoRA for speed, and LTX 2.3 ID LoRA talkvid for identity preservation, which locks the face and voice across shots. I've set the distilled LoRA to 0.45 and the talkvid LoRA to 0.45 as well. I want the speed boost, but for better quality, I don't want either LoRA running at full strength. I want them blended in. With the talkvid LoRA specifically, when you push it to full strength, it actually gives you more motion and a more lively character, because LTX is so confident the identity is locked that it lets the character move more freely. But I want to balance that. Keep talkvid close to the distilled LoRA's strength, and then tune the rest with CFG denoise and steps. We'll cover all of that in a bit. The LTX-AV text encoder node loads two things, because LTX's text understanding works in two steps. The first slot is Gemma 312B, Google's language model, and that's what actually reads and understands your prompt. The second is the projection from the dev checkpoint, which translates Gemma's output into LTX's own language. Gemma reads, the projection translates two files, one job. In the audio VAE, the dev checkpoint actually contains two VAEs, one for video, which load checkpoint already pulled, and one for audio, which we load here. This audio VAE is what decodes the audio latent into actual sound. It also feeds into the director, so the director knows the audio format it's working with. Next is the LTX Director. Starting with the inputs on the left, model is the brain, clip is the text encoder that understands what we write, audio VAE decodes the audio we feed in. On the right side, we've got the outputs that feed into the rest of the workflow. Model is a pass-through, so the sampler downstream can grab it. Positive is your encoded prompt. Video latent and audio latent are the empty containers that stage 1 will fill in. Guide data carries your timeline, images, and per-shot strengths, so the sampler knows when to anchor to which keyframe, frame rate passes through so playback stays consistent, and combined audio is your original voice track kept clean. That's what gets muxed into the final MP4. For duration, I've set it to 28 seconds based on my song. Sometimes you'll want to extend a video without adding new keyframes, so it just runs longer, but the sweet spot for this model is around 20 seconds. For resolution, you can set this lower when you're testing, so you save render time. Here, I'm using 960 width by 544 height, that's the base render. After our upscaler in stage 2, the final video comes out at 1920 by 1088, which is essentially full HD. Resize method you can leave as it is. Custom audio should stay on whenever you're feeding in your own voice track. That's what tells LTX to lip sync the character to your audio instead of generating its own. To open the global prompt, click the settings gear in the top right of the node and tick Use Global Prompt. That's where you describe the overall character and scene that anchors every shot. On the left side of the timeline, you've got Add Image, Add Text, and Add Audio. Use whichever fits the segment you're building. After you drop an image or text in an audio clip, you write a local prompt for each segment in the box at the bottom. That's what's happening in that specific shot. The global prompt covers the entire video, the character and the world that stays consistent across all shots. Alright, stage 1. This is where the base render actually happens. The model takes your prompts, your keyframe images, and your audio, and generates the first version of the video at base resolution. Let's walk through. LTX-AV conditioning takes the positive prompt from the director and stamps the frame rate onto it. Right below that, conditioning 0 out. This is how LTX handles negative conditioning. Instead of writing a separate negative prompt, we just take the positive prompt and 0 it out. That's the standard LTX practice. No negative prompt needed. Both feed into LTX Director guide. This is the node that actually stamps your timeline images onto the latent, telling the sampler this shot starts with this image, that shot starts with that image. The scale by here is 0.5, which controls how strongly the guide images are blended into the latent during sampling. Then the concat AV latent node. This merges the empty video latent and the empty audio latent into one combined latent because LTX 2.3 generates them together. Now the CFG guider is set to 2.0. Random noise provides the noise seed. I have mine on randomize, so I get fresh variations each run. And basic scheduler with 12 steps and 0.96 denoise. All 4 feed into sampler custom advanced node. CFG is 2, denoise is 0.96, and steps are at 12. If you were running the distilled LoRA at full strength of 1, you'd typically set steps to 8, denoise to 1, and CFG to 1. That's what the distilled LoRA is designed for. But since we've lowered the distilled LoRA's strength, I've bumped these up to blend speed and quality. I'd suggest trying different settings yourself to find what works best, but use mine as a starting point and tune from there. Stage 2 is the upscale and refine pass. Stage 1 gave us the base render at 960 by 544. Stage 2 takes that latent, runs it through the LTX spatial upscaler at 2x to bring it up to 1920 by 1088, then does a quick refine pass on top to clean up the upscaled detail. That's why you see a second set of sampler nodes here. It's a much shorter pass than stage 1, just 4 steps at low denoise, because we're polishing, not regenerating. The end result is your final HD video, ready to be decoded and saved in the process video group. So that's a walkthrough of the workflow. Let's start generating some video. For today, I want to try singing, because singing tends to be more challenging than regular talking for lip sync models. I'm not sure exactly where LTX struggles most, but my guess is that feeding it your own custom song and asking it to lip sync to that is going to be tougher than a clean speech track. So let's see how it handles it. I'll try a few different approaches with 2 keyframes and with more frames added in. I've got a song I generated with AI that I'll use as the audio for this. Alright, so now let's try throwing in more images. This is a 20-second video, and I'm going to use 4 images for this one. Just got to keep the prompt simple. Long prompts don't help. Just like that for each frame. Enter the lyrics, hit enter, and let's see what we get.
I see a world in a different light, painting the stars in the endless night.
So there's no lip movement here, and too many frames just makes it feel tight. So I'm going to dial it back and use only 2 images. So earlier, that 20-second video was split across 4 images. Now we're only using 2, so each one gets more room to breathe. Let's see what happens.
I see a world in a different light, painting the stars in the endless night.
For the next scene, I've created and uploaded 2 more images. Now I just need to listen and adjust the timing.
Hear the sound, right off the ground.
This first image should cover until lifting my feet right off the ground. And for the second frame, let's see.
I know I'll find the reason why.
Okay, that'll cover until I know I'll find the reason why. And now let's write the prompt. For the first frame, I'm going to put, he is sitting on a wooden boat out on the open, windy ocean. He is singing. And then here you drop in the song lyric. It's better if you do include the lyrics, but even if you don't, it'll still sync with the audio and auto-detect whatever's spoken. Also mention camera movement in the prompt, and same thing for the second frame. Okay, let's check our arrangement before we hit run.
They see the silence, I hear the sound, lifting my feet right off the ground. I'm throwing echoes to the sky. I know I'll find the reason why.
And let's use a global prompt for this. I'm going to keep it simple. Cinematic, high-quality music video. That way it knows this is a music video and it'll apply the right effects, motion, and overall feel to match. No need for a long prompt. Just a straightforward, simple one, telling it what this is for. The video is going to be 28 seconds at 24 frames per second, and the resolution is 960 by 544. That'll become 1920 by 1080 once it passes through the Stage 2 upscaler. It basically doubles whatever resolution you set here. Let's hit create and see what comes out.
They see the silence, I hear the sound, lifting my feet right off the ground. I'm throwing echoes to the sky. I know I'll find the reason why.
Lip sync turned out pretty good, but I'm seeing some morphing in the face. I'll try to figure out how to fix that and post an update. So if you enjoyed this, don't hesitate to like the video. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss that update. I've got plenty more custom workflows coming your way, so keep supporting me. That's all I need from you. Thanks for watching.